Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Now, I wanted to make this one to help everyone, no matter if you're brand new, that have just started today, or you are a veteran player. The top 10 most overpowered weapons as of today, the 1st of April 2022. Now, all these weapons are considered to be broken, overpowered, and just damn right disgusting, especially by themselves or a build. Now, when I talk about a certain weapon, I will put the thumbnail of the video that I created for that weapon's build, so you guys can go ahead and check it out if you want to use that weapon and the build that I created to make one crazy weapon and build combo. So let's start things off with a colossal weapon, the Giant's Crusher. Now, these things are just absolutely insane, and they actually are very easy to pick up. I will be showing you the location later on. It's actually just from a chest in the Atlas Plateau. Now, why is these things so damn good? Well, because they are colossal weapons. Dual wielding these things with Royal Knight's Resolve Ash of War on both of them makes it just unstoppable. All it does is you need 2 hits and any enemy in the game is dead, especially bosses. 1 hit for normal enemies. Now, if you actually combine these two with the Shard of Alexander Talisman and the Claw Talisman, and then also on top of that you have the Raptor's Black Feathers and any buffs that you can actually do in the game to buff up your attack power, these things is all you need. It really is. You can take on any boss, any enemy. It's crazy. All you have to do is just jump and then press your L1 button, and that's it. They both smash down on the enemy, and any enemy is dead in about 1 to 2 hits. Now, it does come at a cost of using these things. Again, your stamina will run out quickly, but you need 60 strength to actually equip these things. And let me tell you, it is definitely worth it. They are one of my favorite weapons to use, and let me tell you, you should use them as well because you're gonna have a lot of fun. The next one I want to look at is the bloody Helice. Now, most importantly, it's the build with this weapon is what makes it unreal. Now, the weapon itself is actually pretty good, but combined with a normal weapon on your right hand with the War Cry Ash of War. Now, using the Ash of War, then switching to the bloody Helice and holding it with 2 hands, and then pressing your heavy button attack. This thing bugs out and it does so much damn damage. For some reason, it's actually damn right the definition of broken. Now, I've killed many bosses with this weapon. I've killed the Fire Giant in a few hits. I've killed Radagon. I've killed the Elden Beast. I've killed everything with this build. It is disgusting. And just like the Giant Crushers, the bloody Helice is gotten through a chest in a dungeon very easily. For the Commander Standard, now, for any build that you guys are using, for any weapon that you're using, if you are not using the Commander Standard to buff your character before using any weapon, you are an idiot. This weapon's special move is called Rallying Standard. It gives you a damage buff. Now, a big one at that. I think it's about 30% damage or maybe even higher for around 30 seconds to a minute. I'm not really too sure with the times and the percentages because I don't want to give you guys false information, but any weapon that you use this before it and look at your damage increase by a stupid amount. Now, any build that I ever use, I actually do use this weapon beforehand because of that damage buff. For the next weapon we're going to be going over is Rivers of Blood. Now, you guys already know this weapon was going to be on the list, so I won't spend too much time on it. But if you guys don't know, let's have a talk about this thing. So it is a katana with very fast movesets, and its heavy attack or special attack, Corpse Piler, is just damn right broken. Now, this thing actually scales with Arcane and Dex and Strength, but due to Arcane not working before, and now after update 1.03, it does finally scale. It's probably one of the highest damage weapons out there. With the Vampire build and Bleed build that I created with this thing, it's probably just stupid. It's everywhere in PvP. It's actually looked down upon because if you use it, you're basically glitching the game and cheesing your enemy to the point where there's no fight. You are going to win. In PvE, it's everywhere for its Bleed build. It's just a stupid, broken, overpowered weapon that is probably going to get nerfed at some point in the near future because it's everywhere. For the next weapon is the Godskin Peeler. Now, this weapon and the build that I created is one of my most popular videos that I've uploaded for Elden Ring build videos because it is one of the most broken weapons. Actually, it is the most broken build ever. Now, why is that? Well, because it's special attacks. Now, holding 2 twin blades you can use maybe Godskin Peeler and the Twin Knight Swords. Jump and attack with double seppukus on this weapon, the Ash of War. You basically do a 3 attack move in the air, causing blood loss on every single hit, causing huge amounts of damage. And you can do that constantly. You jump and attack, jump and attack. The enemy will get staggered between every single attack. You will cause blood loss, and on top of that, causing blood loss will give you a higher damage increase after every single one. So not only are you going to be killing the boss within 3 hits, he is being staggered and causing blood loss and taking more damage after every single attack. This build, every single person has used it, especially after me creating a video and some other YouTubers creating videos on this thing, and it's on TikTok, Instagram, flipping Twitter, it's everywhere. If you haven't used it, make sure you use it because it is stupid. The next weapon I want to talk about is Mohgwyns' Sacred Spear. Now you guys are probably thinking I'm crazy because this weapon is, you probably don't even know what this weapon is. People aren't talking about it. Well, a few people are, and let me tell you, the few people that are talking about it know how broken it is. Now quickly I want to go over why it's broken. It scales with Arcane, so before that it wasn't even scaling, so people didn't even know about this weapon. After Arcane has been fixed, this weapon is stupid. Now its special attack is called Blood Boon Ritual. It causes blood loss and huge amounts of damage, causing the enemies and bosses to get staggered. Now once you are in this, causing them to have blood loss, causing them to get staggered, you yourself won't get any poise. Like your poise is so crazy that getting attacked by anything won't let you, it doesn't have an effect on you at all. Now like you see in the background, it actually kills enemies very quickly, causing blood loss on enemies and bosses. This thing is very strong, so make sure you use it and pick it up from Mohg himself in the Mohgwyns Palace, because Arcane might get a little nerf because it is the most powerful attribute in the game right now. With any build, it scales around Arcane. The next one is Wing of Astel. Now this weapon, a lot of people completely ran past this because of the way that you have to get it. It's hidden behind a certain enemy slash boss that you have to go completely around and above in order to open the chest and get this weapon. Now why is this weapon so good? It scales with intelligence, and what comes with intelligence? A lot of damage increasing spells and incantations. For you mages out there that are very focused on your intelligence, this weapon, this sword is a must. Now like I said, it scales with intelligence and dex and a little bit of strength. So its special move, Nebula, leaves behind a bunch of galaxies and stars, and it explodes and it does a huge amount of damage. Now the higher intelligence, the more damage this thing will do. And of course you can pair this up with a bunch of different talismans and power-ups and spells that makes it even more powerful, because remember, we are focused on intelligence with this weapon. Now its normal slashing attack is very powerful. Its heavy attack uses magic but doesn't use any FP. Now I don't know if this is bugged or whatever, because it should be using FP, because considering like we are using magic with this thing, yeah, very powerful. I did make a build video with this. I did make a whole video about this. Very good weapon. I use it, and I'm not even an intelligence build character right now. My intelligence is only 22. This weapon requires 20, and I use it. I don't care because it's so damn strong. The next weapon here is the Blasphemous Blade. Now this weapon, already people know that it's a very powerful weapon because of what it does. It used to actually give you health back on kills. Now you can use a different weapon while having this weapon in your backpack or equipped at all, and it still uses that special ability of giving you health back. So since the update, they've actually changed it. Now you get your health back on hits, not kills, and you actually do get a lot of your health back by hitting enemies with this thing. Its special move is called Taker's Flame, and it basically charges up this huge flame, and it just goes through the floor, and it has some serious range and damage. Yeah, very powerful weapon, especially its special ability where giving you health back on hits. I mean, what more can you ask for a high damage weapon? Pretty cool weapon art, lots of flames and crazy effects. Getting your health back. It's a pretty cool looking weapon as well, with the arms and weird gore. I love it. So the next weapon I want to talk about is Elenoras Poleblade. Now, like I said before, you can combine this with the twin blade build anyway. So Elenoras Poleblade causes a huge amount of blood loss faster than any weapon in the game. Now this weapon does scale with 19 arc, 12 strength, dex is at 21, so you're gonna have to, put in a bit of work there as well. Now most weapons actually do use strength, dex and arc, so you're okay in that sense, so you shouldn't be too worried about leveling up those because you're gonna be doing that anyway. Now, like I said, combining the Poleblade with the Godskin Peeler, with Seppuku on the Godskin Peeler, and then just leaving the Elenoras Poleblade how it is unstoppable. Now its special move called Blood Blade Dance throws your weapon all around, causing huge amounts of blood loss damage, throws blood everywhere. Now in PvP this thing is pretty damn good. You can surprise your enemies with this special ability because not a lot of people use it. Not a lot of people really know about this weapon because it doesn't get used at all. Now the next weapon I want to talk about is Mariah's Executioner's Sword. Now this is a great sword required at 24 strength, dex at 14, arc at 23. Now like I said, these three attributes are the most popular in most of the weapons, so you shouldn't have a problem there. But this weapon hasn't been talked about lately a lot because of Rivers of Blood and, like I said, any other weapon that has been based on arcane. But recently it has been getting some popularity because people are experimenting more with arcane weapons. And let me tell you, this is one of them. This is one of the most powerful weapons in the game for its special move. Echoraid's Dancing Blade basically throws that weapon forward, causing it to spin and then doing a slash attack. Now while that weapon is spinning against your enemy or your boss, it's constantly doing damage, and a lot of damage at that. I'll try to show my best examples in the background because I've actually already finished the game. I don't have too many bosses to be showing these weapons at, and I'm so sorry for that because this is literally my 4th playthrough on this character and I've killed everything while trying to do build videos and showcases. So yeah, definitely try it out. A very powerful weapon, very good. So now time for the locations of some of these weapons. First off, you want to come down to the Outer Wall Phantom Tree in order to find the Giant Crusher. Follow exactly where I go. It's actually very simple. It's located just right there. Okay, this boss will spawn in, but you don't actually have to fight him at all. Go behind him, and this chest right here, you find the Giant Crusher. For the Bloody Helice, come over to the Bridge of Iniquity, located right here next to the Atlas Plateau, and follow where I go and I'll show you exactly where to find it. Again, these weapons are pretty simple to get. Some are from bosses, some are from chests. Alright, and down here, you're gonna find the boss area. Kill the boss in here, and inside that chest behind him, you find the Bloody Helice. For the Commander Standard, come over to Heart of Aeonia, located in Caelid, right in the middle of this huge rot swamp area. Come down to right over here, and in this location you will find a boss. He shouldn't be too difficult. Once killed, you will get the Commander Standard from him. For Rivers of Blood, we're gonna have to make our way to the mountaintop of the Giants, and in particular we need to come over to Church of Repose, located right over here. Once you make your way here, if you are on horseback, you will be thrown off your horse, and in this area right here you will be invaded by a Bloody Finger using the Rivers of Blood. Once killed, you will get the weapon from him. For the Godskin Peeler, come down to Domilia Windmill Village, and the Windmill Village grave site is actually located right here in the Atlas Plateau. Once here, you want to make your way all the way to the top, and at the very top you're going to find a Godskin Apostle, and killing him will give you the Godskin Peeler. Now if you just make your way all the way to the top, I'll show you exactly where it's located. It's very simple, just you make your way all the way up the stairs past the Midsummer Crazy Ladies, as I like to call them. Alright, and if you actually haven't killed him, you'll see him standing right there. There he is. Killing this enemy right here will give you the weapon from him. It actually uses it himself, so kill him and you'll get it. For Mohgwyns' Sacred Spear, you want to make your way down to Dynasty's Mausoleum entrance. Now in order to get to this actual location, you need to do Var's Quest. It's actually pretty easy. I'll leave a link down in the description that I've already made for Var's Quest. But once you're here, follow exactly where I go and you're going to find Mog. Alright, and at the very top, as soon as you go through this door, entrance will begin, and you can fight him and kill him. Once killed, you'll get his great rune and his weapon, and also his armor included. So you basically get the entire set. For Wing of Astel, you need to come down to Ansel River Main. Now you need to do Rani's quest in order to actually get here. If you don't know how to do that, I'll leave a link down in the description once again that I've already made. But if you know, follow exactly where I go in order to get this weapon. It's a pretty simple one to get. Alright, and once you are here, you're finally done. All you have to do is basically just open that chest right over there, and you'll get the weapon right from here. Now for the Blasphemous Blade, you need to come down to the Volcano Manor. Now in here, you're going to find Rykard, the Serpent, and you have to kill him in order to get the Blasphemous Blade. Now it's actually a pretty simple one. All you have to do is make your way through the Volcano Manor and you will find him. If not, do the Volcano Manor quest. It's only like 3 steps. You have to kill 3 different people and you'll get teleported to Rykard, and yeah, that's how you get that. Now for Elenoras Poleblade, I'll just leave you guys with the video that I already made. I showed every single step in order to get that weapon down in the description. It's a pretty easy one, just go ahead and watch that. It's a very simple quest line and the video was actually well made, so yeah. For Maria's Executioner Sword, you want to come down to the Shaded Castle in a gate located right here and follow where I go, and you're going to have to kill a boss. He shouldn't be too difficult, and yeah, you'll get the weapon that he's using, which is the weapon we're going for. Alright, and we're finally here. That yellow mist obviously means a boss ahead, so go through there and kill the boss and the weapon is yours.